Hey guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. This is my anniversary month. It's May. Woohoo! So it's 3 years on YouTube. Can you believe it? Some of you have been with me from day one. Thank you guys, and thanks to the new subscribers. Hey, we always meet at the perfect time. You guys are here because you're aligning, you're finding it now. It's perfect timing. So just thank you to everyone. I'm so appreciative. To say thank you to you, you can use the code anniversary all month on one service, on many services, as many times as you want. And that code anniversary, all caps, on my website when you book, that'll save you $10.95 off of every service. That number is representative of the 1,095 days I have been on YouTube. Woohoo, life changer. And I'll be also, to celebrate, giving away an intuitive guidance session. All you have to do is like on social media, like or follow on social media, and use the hashtags I am a spiritual material girl or hashtag I am a spiritual material guy. And the more you use the hashtag, the more times you'll be entered to win. And I'll be announcing that in early June. Okay. Let's see, my summer camp, SMG summer camp, which is basically Ascension School. And yes, we are going to the summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. So some of you are probably like, can I do it? I'm in Australia. Of course you can do it. Of course you can partake. It's called, summer camp because this is the nature of where I live. And it's a 12-week program, very comprehensive, in which you will receive 12 weeks of coaching. And this is the most comprehensive program that I've done. It ties in my online courses, my intensive programs, 12 weeks of consecutive coaching. It's going to be a transformational program. I'm going to give you more than just your tools for healing, integration, and alignment. It's going to be also anything that you want to do to transform your physical, mental, emotional body. So we're talking recipes, workouts, chakra clearing, balancing, energy work. I'm going to give you multimedia tools on a weekly basis. You'll get those in your email or virtually, where you can access them virtually. And I'll also be guiding you, holding your hand through my online courses, and you'll have tons of work to do for your ascension. You'll be able to manage it with a busy schedule and all of that, make it quite manageable. But it's something where we're going to set goals together and help you not only achieve the coursework, but also whatever you want to do to transform over the 12 weeks. So it will be custom tailored, and also you'll receive a lot of general tools towards the themes. Each week is themed. Some of the themes I can read off to you. I actually have them right here in my desk. It's everything from the integration of your emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual bodies to healing your inner child, your connection to the past, shifting your negative thought patterns, reclaiming your disowned parts, unity, mindfulness and the now, becoming beautiful, authentic you, balancing your inner feminine, masculine energies, setting healthy boundaries. Week 10 is creating physical transformation, although we'll be working on that all along. Week 11, visualizing your best self, and week 12, harnessing your divine power and manifestation. So we'll be working on those things all along, but each week you'll receive tools around the different chakras, the different foods that you can eat to support the particular healing, and so on and so forth, in addition to your personal goals. It's going to be a great program, you guys. I'm super excited about it. I've wanted to hold a program this comprehensive for a while, and I just feel now like I'm totally ready, having had the experience of all of the intensive programs and all of the work that I've done with all of you. It's time to do it. I feel like some of you are really wanting this work, so reach out. I'm going to deadline the registration for May 5th, so you still have about another week to register, okay? All right, so this is your May forecast. Woohoo, I feel like I have more to tell you. What else do I need to tell you guys? All right, so if you're not on my email list, I'm getting ready to send out the May written forecast. It's going to be like in-depth overview of these energies. I'm going to cover it verbally with you now, but if you want to see the written forecast, if you want to read it, if you want that extended forecast, please sign up on my email list. You can go to the website, spiritualmaterialgirl.com, scroll to the bottom, enter your email, you'll start receiving those. If you missed this one, I always repost them on Facebook, so you can catch the link, the repost there, so you can read it. So let's talk about these themes. May, I have been seeing for a long time, is a very big month for us here in the collective in our ascension journey. July, even bigger, but May is huge because this is where we're coming out of our resistance. This is where we're coming out of our attachment to the past. This is where we're really stepping into the new life. I have complete goosebumps saying this. Now, the theme of my email and the overarching themes that I've been receiving is about the feminine passing the torch off to the masculine. And we're going to talk about what that means. I'm going to do a full spread, card pull, but let's just talk about themes for a moment. So what does it mean for the feminine to pass off the torch to the masculine? And also we're going to look at the feminine leading with her heart light and her heart space and what that means. We're going to talk about balancing these energies, the masculine, feminine energy, and dissolving the separation between the feminine and masculine. We're talking about equality, equality, equality. And no, I am not talking about our sexual preference or our race. I'm talking about our masculine and feminine energies from within and also here on the world stage on the planet. Okay, so let's touch upon each of those. So dissolving, let's talk about the torch. Okay, so some of you have been on this journey for a while. I'm really getting the ones that have been on like me for like 3 years, 2 years, you know, maybe not as much some of the newcomers, but you guys still listen up, okay? Because it's going to affect you at some point or another. But a lot of you like second, third wavers, maybe even some of the first waves, you feminine, some of you have done enough work where you're climbing up the next rung on your ascension ladder. This means that you no longer have to carry the torch. Now, for some of you, the ones that are still looking at the carrying the torch as this heavy load or burden, you're going to stay there for a while. Those of you who have been like, yes, I'm lighting the way and I'm on my own path and blah, 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 I'm raising the vibration, you guys are going up. And guess what? You get to hand off the torch to your masculine. Is it happening literally? No. But is it happening in a metaphoric, energetic way? Yes, 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 yes. You guys have to trust me on this. I can feel it happen. It's a shift. It's already happening with some. It's going to be happening more throughout the month with others. And the reason why is because masculine's ready to walk into the light. He's ready to pioneer the connection. For so many of you can let that go. And so part of this is because you've come into alignment enough with yourself that you can now hand that over. And the other piece of it is part of it is because your counterpart masculine is coming into his truth enough that he wants to take it, okay? He wants to be the pioneer in this connection. Okay, his truth is shining through now. So in that truth, he's wanting to come home to you, okay? He's wanting that. He knows what his truth is. He's stepping towards it. He's inching towards it. He at least is an acknowledgement of what his truth is, okay? So he's going to take the torch, but there's something different. There's a new responsibility that's happening for you, feminine. And your responsibility is learning how to stabilize your vibration. This means sustaining alignment. This means balancing. This means stabilizing your vibration, stabilizing your alignment. So what do we always talk about? We always talk about how, for those of you who don't know the nuts and bolts of surrender, and you might hear that buzz term, all surrender is the absence of fear. So when you've cleared through all of the root stuff within you, right? Come to soul coaching with me if you guys want to work through that. Then you can start to access that alignment in a purer way, in a way that is sustainable. And it becomes integration with your connection to your divinity and coming into your power. And the more you practice it, the better you get at it, right? So they're saying practice, 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 practice. This is something where the feminine, especially the ones I'm talking about, they've been oscillating lately, right? Because of the energy waves and everything. But they're saying you have a good opportunity over the next 1 to 3 months to stabilize this vibration and to show the universe, to show your masculine, to show the masters, like, what you got. And this is really you coming in to emerge with your higher self. And this is like, whoa, a new level of your own self-mastery. What do I call all my courses? Self-mastery courses, because that's what you're doing. So how is the feminine going to do this? One, it's knowing what alignment feels like, which most of you know or have felt or have been there, whether it's momentarily or you come in and out of it. And then practicing that balance. That is your compass. Your compass stems from your connection to your power in your solar plexus. And now you're going to start to shift because you're coming into that power. You can now lead with your heart. Whereas before, when we were trying to lead with our heart, we were ending up in tears or disappointment or getting taken advantage of, or we were, not in our truth, or we were not in our power. And now it's different because you've shifted into your power, and that's part of this newfound alignment. So what can you do now? Now you can lead from your heart because you're rooted in your power and you can lead from that heart. Now, what does the masculine need you to do? Well, he's got the torch. That means he's going into the conscious awakening. He's going into the learning, the immersion. We're going to see many more males or those who represent the masculine quality, who have that as their dominant, quality. We're going to see them. I got 20 to 30% more at workshops, retreats. They're going to be going more consciously into their healing. You guys who have YouTube channels or work with twin flames, you're going to have more masculine clientele coming to you. We're going to see an increase of about 20 to 30%. So like me, when I would teach at a workshop or when I would go to a spiritual workshop, in the past, historically, it's been dominated 90% women or feminine, predominantly feminine energy. Now they're showing me it's shifting. It's going to be like 60, 70%, and the rest are just going to be a representation of the masculine. So we're seeing more masculine step up into conscious awakening, going to their learning. You're going to be interacting with the masculine more. The rooms that used to be just filled with women are going to have more men or those expressing the masculine as a dominant expression. And you're going to be feminine. You're feminine. You have a lot of tasks here. Your other task is to dissolve separation. So some of you look at the masculine and you're like he's disabled and like he's way far behind you. Fuck that, you guys. You've got to let that go. The masculine is not disabled. He's about to catch you and surpass you in so many ways. So whether whoever's leading or pioneering matters not. But what matters is that we create the space for equality, that we uplift one another, that we become equals, that we even out the playing field. And that's going to welcome in the harmonization. That's going to welcome in this collaboration. It's going to welcome in the unions. Thinking that you're better than, or that they have more to do and you don't have that to do, and, or that poor masculine, he's so wounded, or you guys have to get rid of that shit. That's just going to keep you in separation. Okay, so how can we do that? Well, there's lots of ways that you can uplift your masculine counterpart, but it's more about looking at the fear within you. Why is there this separation mentality? What are you afraid of? Where do you feel more superior? Why? What have you been not honest with yourself about that you may need to go to in your healing, right? That's just like a reflection or projection of what the masculine, also is doing or needs to be doing. So, it's just really getting rid of this separation. This separation needs to go, you guys. And I feel like our society is very much has generated in this whole feminine rising. It's like been this like generation of this whole like, yeah, go women. And it's almost like top heavy, like where like it's like, girl power, go women. Okay, all the women get the awards now, and all the women go into the movies, and all the women, and it's like, no, that's not going to work either, you guys. No. Just because women have been oppressed, or there's been that feminine oppression, that patriarchal suppression, that does not mean that we now push the masculine down. That means we rise and they rise too. And this is what this is about right now. Like, I can fully 100% tell you that as you practice this within you, in your tiny little space, in your little personal world, that you are going to affect the outer world in ways that you cannot even imagine. So you must do this. We must go to this. One of the things that I was posting, let's see, probably like a year or two ago, a client had sent me the Soperk mantra meditation hymn. I don't even know what to call it. I'm going to repost it. I'll put the link underneath this. I love it, love it, love it. It's to also help support and raise the masculine vibration on the planet. You can think of a masculine specifically that's in your life, or you can think of Donald Trump. You can think of the masculine at large. You can, put it out with whatever intention that you want, big or small, but it's really a great, high vibrational sort of way that we can put our intention towards this. But like I said, other than that, you need to look at what's causing the separation from within you, why, and work on dissolving that, okay? If we stay stuck in this separation, well, what they're showing me is that many unions are imminent. Imminent means definitely going to happen. However, you can delay your imminent unions by perpetuating this separation mentality, and you will. So to exalt your timelines, you've got to dissolve this. You've got to look honestly about where you're holding the angst, the attachment, any remaining expectation, any remaining, whatever that is. And masculine, it goes both ways. Masculine, same thing. But I feel like masculine, as you hold the torch and you go into your conscious awakening, this is already what's starting to happen for you, is that this is one of the things that you're learning, is how to come into your truth, balance your power, and dissolve the separation. And I actually see masculine, you are lighting the way now for the feminine to dissolve that separation. You are surpassing her in unconditional love and the dissolving of the separation. Anywhere where the masculine's been condescending or oppressive towards you, this is going to start to balance out, okay? And like I said, we're going to see masculine doing a lot more conscious work, studying, retreats, workshop, having downloads, being more tapped into their psychic awareness, okay? So listening to that, you're going to hear them say things like, I don't know, I just know this, or I just felt this, and then they're going to follow that guidance. It's going to come easy for the masculine, almost to the point where the feminine is going to envy how easy it's coming to him. However, it's not to say that there won't be some resulting changes that won't be really, really hard for the masculine, because there are. Some of the changes he's going to make as a result of stepping into this truth, where I feel like the learning, the knowledge, the downloads, the trusting will come easy for him because he's ready. The resulting changes might be hard or tumultuous. It might be something that he's got to really deal with and work through, okay? Does that cover it? So in my email, I give you tools, feminine, for how to work with the opening your heart light, what that means, how you can work with this green light energy, Mother Mary, Archangel Raphael, so on and so forth, Hilarion. And so there's all sorts of tools in there for you, okay? All right, let's get to the cards, and then I'll be able to expand more on these messages as we get the confirmation from the decks. So I feel called to just work with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck today. I'm going to pull for masculine, feminine, just the way I delivered the overarching themes. And we're going to pull in almost like a succession. So I'm going to pull and deliver, pull and deliver. So I'm going to pull the cards and then deliver the messages. I'm not going to pull a full spread in advance. Okay, so we're seeing this is like leaving the past behind. This is like where this could be creating separation mentality, right? Where our resentments are, you did this, you wronged me, you hurt me. This feels like that you hurt me feeling. And this is where we're letting this dissolve now, because what I see is masculine stepping into his true power, like stepping up to the plate, owning his wisdom, owning his true power. This is a masculine in his power, not forceful or oppressive, but someone who has mastered it. They're saying masculine, for you to master it, you've got to let go of the way you felt like you were done wrong, or the way you've been hurt in the past. Feminine, I feel like it's showing up as your manifestation power, which is only being held back by anything that you're still hanging on to in the past. So your abundance and your connections in this world, your ability to open up new opportunity, new connections, is directly related to letting go of past hurts, past wrongs, anything that you've been stuck to, looking back at. They're saying this is all waiting to come in for you, but you've got to let this go. Okay. So, important, very important, especially because we have such a unique opportunity right now to really seriously anchor in not just unions, but just all of our dreams and fulfillment of all of our wishes over the next several months. Okay, so this feels like we have the 8 of Wands. So this is like things are moving forward. Okay, things are moving forward. We're getting new tools. This feels like new tools that we need. But I feel like it's coming slowly. I feel like it's still that we have to realize that all the tools are within us. They're also saying there's something about us being more spherical than singularly focused. So this feels to me like if you have a desire, you can have many desires. You know, it's okay to want and ask for a lot. It's not just one piece of your toolbox that you pick a tool out of to achieve what you desire. It's all the tools in your toolbox. This is about acquiring new tools, and this is about expanding our focus. This is about where we have been maybe singularly focused, where we need to, like I said, acquire more tools. Might be like more learning, more tools. It might be just reaching into ourselves for all of the tools that are within us that we haven't realized that we have. So by coming into our power, I do feel like it's setting us on our way and perhaps in a new direction, you know, and it's one that, you know, we are cultivating. We are actually cultivating something new. And that cultivation is involving the use of all of our resources from within and the resources that we also, you know, call up or call in via this dance of co-creation with the universe, okay? Okay, so this is like specifically talking about the twin flames. So they're saying like the Wheel of Fortune, which is completion of a cycle. This is completion, I feel like, of this balancing our masculine and feminine energies. This is where we balance with the Temperance card, okay? And that's what we're working on, as I have said. But when we get that, guess what comes in? The Lovers and the unions and this harmonious connection. And this is what we're working on, as I've just said. I don't feel like I even need to drive these messages home or expand on it too much, because it just validates what I've just been talking about with you. This is about balancing the feminine and masculine energies. Okay, and this is about, you know, balance and this completion of one cycle as we go into the next, right? So it's like a cycle is completing. The feminine's going into the next level of her ascension. The masculine's stepping into his conscious awakening. And this is creating the balance that's necessary within the twins and within the universe, on the world stage, on the planet, so that we can create this harmonious union as equals, not just as lovers, but as equals in this human race, okay? Okay, they're saying you've got to stay focused. There's something I feel like especially that the masculine is working on. It could be feminine, your masculine side, all right? the side of you that's working and logical and working towards the money and taking action and having the idea and taking action on it. Stay focused. Stay focused because it is coming. It is coming. It is coming to you. Whatever you've been thinking about, working on, focusing on, it is coming. Do not take your focus off of what you thought you were going to do. Right at when we were setting this was right at the beginning of the year. It was whatever you were being called to focus on as we went into those winter months in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you look back at those forecasts, if you look back at those readings, there was something that we were bringing into focus and we were being asked to focus on. Now, you may have lost it for a while. You may have taken your gaze off of it. You may have taken your energy off of it. Get back on it. It's time, because this you can anchor in. Now, this is saying, like, you don't have to swim upstream. Remember, I was talking about, if you guys watched my messages from the masters from Sunday, it's like feminine. You've been doing this a lot, where you're blocking yourself, where you're swimming upstream when the current's going downstream, and it's much easier than we think to pull everything into fruition. And I do feel like this is representative of something between July and August, okay? I'm just going to tell you, I feel it very, very, very strongly. Like, there's something coming in between July and August that's coming to fruition that you've been focusing on since about January. And if you just get out of your own way and flow with it, but keep focusing and believing, it's going to come to fruition. Okay, there's a good outcome. There's a positive outcome. There's something that you're bringing to fruition that feels really important. It feels pertaining, especially to either the masculine in their career life or the feminine with her mission or her creative projects. Is something like that. Is something's going to gel for you, and you've got to get out of your own way. You've got to stop swimming upstream. They're saying if you want to be massaging something, nurturing something, why are you putting your energy anywhere else? They're saying if you really know that it's the thing that you're meant to be doing, then why are you telling yourself you can't do it? Why are you putting distractions in your way? Why are you swimming upstream when you could just be flowing with it? Put your energy back towards it. Get yourself in alignment with it. There's something important you need to be doing in August. It's going to gel for you if you can get out of your own way and start flowing with the current. Okay? But some of this is going to be intentional focus back towards it, because some of you lifted your focus off for a little bit. Okay? What is this opening up? This is opening up the world to us. Okay, so I feel like that's new opportunities. You've got to believe it. When the opportunities come, take them. I feel like this is in reverse because it's saying it's going to show up in unexpected ways. If you get thrown off by things showing up in unexpected ways, and then you go, oh no, I could never. No, you're going to put resistance there that you don't need, right? It's like this. I have goosebumps. See? My hair standing up? You guys can see. So they're like, seriously, don't put the resistance in the way. Goosebumps again. You guys can see my hair standing up. Big goosebumps. Huge. You guys can see them. Oh my God, look. So this is what they're saying. Like, don't put the resistance in the way. Just allow it to show up in unexpected ways, because this is what you have coming, is a new beginning, a new emotional beginning, a new way of filling your cup that you're going to feel really fulfilled about. And this isn't just in love and relationships. This is also like feeling fulfilled through your career and your mission. This is fulfillment. It's also like, it's a new start. It's some break that you're getting. It's like a break. It's like a big, you know how they say in show business, like you get your big break. They're saying like some of you are getting your big break. So it feels like an opportunity. It feels like things showing up in unexpected ways, exalted timelines. It's good stuff. Now, here we have the Judgment card. So they're saying you've got to let the universe deliver the timing to you rather than you trying to manipulate things onto your own timeline. Okay? And this is what's going to stand in the way of this and this, because you've got to let the universe preside over it. Now you guys might say, I'm confused. You just told us that the universe doesn't create everything. The universe doesn't create. You're creating with your higher self. That's how you create. The intention, you know, towards something that you want to do or bring to fulfillment, right? But once you put it out there and you do the focus towards it and you take the action towards it, your masculine and feminine sides balancing, then you start co-creating with the universe, and the universe will rise up to meet you and deliver it to you in perfect timing. The less resistance you have, the quicker that timeline can be when it's in alignment for your highest good. If it's not yet in alignment for your highest good and there's something else you need to learn, or there's some other test or lesson or piece of information you need, that will come in first and it'll delay those timelines. You've got to trust in that. But for many of you, I feel like this is timeline speeding up and you're going, oh, I'm not ready. Be ready and open to receive. It's coming. It's coming before you expect it. That's a huge piece that I have been feeling, is like it's speeding up. You might feel almost not ready or not qualified or not ready to make the change, and it's coming. So I feel like masculine is walking away from something, and it's creating like the tower moment, right? The rebirth. And so he's getting ready to show himself in a new way. I feel like the feminine is also, for many masculines, this is what's going to be happening throughout the summer. Okay. This is like July into August. This is where a lot of you have big things coming into fruition, and everything at your highest level can be anchored in during during July and August, during those eclipses. I know eclipses will bring these closes, will bring some of these endings, but it's because masculine, you've already been walking that path towards your truth. You've already been doing that. Feminine, I feel like you are more showing yourself to the world and in a new way, and then you're receiving, like I said, like the patrons and the applause and the opportunities, and that's going to open up a new world for you. Truly, a new world will open up for you. Masculine's having the courage to step out to the critics to say, I'm not living this untruth anymore. I'm going to let things unravel so that I can go on my own path, my own way. Feminine, there's definitely something that you're sharing with the world. So I do feel like this is a progression of, you know, what you're focusing on, and the world, you know, the universe rising up to meet you, doors opening up for you. And then, you know, this is a product of you showing yourself. You're getting the applause, you're getting the patrons, you're getting the opportunity, you're getting the money, the abundance, you're getting the new line of work or the new mission. It's really, really going to be responding to you in a positive way. Keep that focus. So we have the Six of Wands, which is that moving forward. I feel like it's also like a victory dance is how they're showing it to me. It's a victory lap. So they're saying celebrate your successes. This is the time of, we're moving into a time where they're also saying don't compromise your own path. This is still not something in which your path is your path. So feminine, if you're moving in one direction, keep moving that way. Don't change your path because where the masculine's going. He'll catch up. He'll merge with you, okay? And this is also about taking a victory lap. This is about celebrating ourselves. This is about our forward movement. This is about graduating. We have the King of Swords in reverse, which is, I feel like it's the masculine, or the masculine within us. Just sticking to our guns, sticking to our truth, like not wavering. Allowing that to be, this is that steadying of the vibration for the feminine, like your masculine energy from within, sticking to your convictions, you know, taking action in line with our truth. And that might be hard for some of you at first, but there's no other way, they're saying. And they're saying that because, look, this is where we've been. And now we're moving forward. Now we're cutting through the illusions. We're taking off the blinders. This is a lot of physical creation of our truth. So what it's showing me is physical manifestation of our inner truth is coming. So that's the time that we're moving into. I'm not saying it's all going to happen in May. I'm saying this is what we're moving towards in May. And a lot of this I feel happening in July and August in terms of the fruition of it. But this is where we set it up in terms of clearing out the resistance, stepping into our truth, taking action, balancing our feminine, masculine energies, refocusing, getting out of our own way, right? All of those messages. Let's get some guidance from the guides. We'll look at your guides. We'll look at Ascended Masters. And we'll pull masculine, feminine, and combined energy. And then we'll get an advice card for each as well. Okay, so we'll look for you personally, collective guidance, and advice. You guys are going to love this. Wow. Oh my gosh. So I'm shuffling this deck and 3 cards just blew out. So I'm just going to allocate them where I think one landed on the masculine pile, one landed on the combined. So I'll shuffle this one over to the feminine. I won't turn these over till the end. All right. So for the feminine, grace is coming up. Okay, and I feel like this is you mastering your power. Look at this yellow energy. This is your solar plexus. And through that grace, they're saying, is positive change. This is no longer forcing things. This is about flowing. This is about receiving as well. Gracious is about getting grateful, right? And doing the dance with where we're at, loving where we're at, welcoming in the new, being open to receive it. And the positive change is on its way for you, feminine, okay? The advice is masculine in reverse. So that's it. This is the only thing that's like imbalanced. It's either you're feeling towards the masculine or you're disowned masculine within yourself, okay? So this grace feels like the dance between, yay, I can take action and it's easy and effortless and I'm inspired. And, it's no longer this forceful, oppressive action to create change. Okay, but this is also about how we're looking at the masculine. It's also about how we're looking at the masculine. And, we need to look up. We need to really celebrate the masculine and the masculine within ourselves, working with that in a new way. Okay, in a more graceful way, not in this forceful, willing things type of way. So for the masculine, we have epiphany, which does feel like his truth, his higher self coming through. This is like, I have to move towards my truth. There is no other way. I feel it calling. I'm waking up to my psychic guidance. I'm hearing the downloads. I'm hearing the messages. I hear my truth. It's only a matter of time till I start making strides towards it. And Jesus is coming in with the open your heart to love, which is, I feel like the masculine also leading with his heart chakra. Definitely as he takes the torch, he's leading with his heart. And he's definitely coming into unconditional love. This is about the vibration of unconditional love, dissolving the separation. He is pioneering this. He's going to help the feminine up level a bit. I feel like the masculine is really embracing his feminine side and really going to be leading with that. Even in the words that he uses. Like, I just feel it. I just know it. And he's just going to be a ball of love, right? It's really going to be love. And I also feel like some of the masculines are inviting new animals into their life. So it could be like a new pet or connection with a new animal in some way. some of the masculine over the next, like, 3 to 8 months, they're saying, are inviting in a new pet or animal. So this is all like a reminder of his connection with the unconditional, and it's a reminder for him to embody that unconditional love. And the advice card is talents, and it's saying you're on the right path, masculine. This is about moving towards your truth. This could be job change, like I've been talking about, career change. It could be just coming more into your creative gifts, nurturing that. I feel like it's the masculine planting flowers, having a garden, nurturing an animal, creating things, building things, making things, using his true gifts more so than these being confined to these old masculine templates of what a male or masculine should do. And the combined energy is priorities, and the priority seems to be Lady Nada, who's representing mother, wife, sister, daughter. The priority is letting our feminine lead, okay? And the priority is also our health and well-being. And, when I talked about, like, leading with our heart light and that green light, that green ray, this is also Hilarion, who's all about health and healing. And this is about taking really good care of ourselves so that we can be the example for others. And self-care is part of unconditional love. It's the foundation of it, that self-love. And when we take care of ourselves and we prioritize ourselves, we can lead with a much more balanced energy. We don't feel short-tempered or impatient, or we're not expressing that anger or impatience out into the universe because we've given back to ourselves. I feel like that's really important. And the advice with this is choice. Decision, options, possibility, hesitation. So are you going to choose yourself? Because in this, it's not about choosing your masculine or your own inner masculine. It's about balancing the energies from within and choosing yourself. As you choose yourself, it can harmonize your connections. I also feel like this might be a reshuffling of your priorities just in general in your life. And your decisions being made much more from, see, as like pink and blue, and it's kind of like from your feminine. So that your feminine side is making those decisions. What is my truth? What feels more creative? What feels better to me emotionally rather than what I have to do, what I'm supposed to do, or what my logical mind tells me to do. Okay. Bottom of the deck is truth here in reverse. So again, we're just, I think both feminine and masculines working on your truth. Feminine is where you've got some imbalanced things that you need to look at, some pieces of yourself that are disowned or not fully claimed. Masculine is just you stepping more into your truth, and it's saying all perspectives in one, which is this Jesus energy, unconditional love, unity, dissolving separation consciousness. This is a big piece of what we're shifting towards. And bottom of the Ascended Masters deck is Archangel Michael saying you can do it. So you can do it. All these changes on the forefront are quite possible for you. You've got to maintain this. It is a focus on yourself. And I feel like, the masculine holding the torch and the cutting through the truth. And it's like you can do it, and you can balance these energies, and you can move forward in your truth. And all is going to fall into place as a result of that. Okay. Bottom of the Ask Your Guides deck is Nature Spirits. In reverse, and it's representing devotion. So remember, I've been talking about new landscape, and we saw this card early, I think like in January or February. And I was talking about the masculine really looking out to this new sunset, this new landscape that you all are creating, that the masculine is definitely thinking of creating. It's felt distant. It's coming closer now. So I feel like, with each setting sun, there's more of this romantic heart coming through, more of this, especially for the masculine, like he's wanting to reunite with his beloved, for those sunsets in this new landscape. He's dreaming of this. This is still feeling like a utopia to him. And for the feminine, I feel like you've got to believe in that. You can be devoted to someone while you're also committed to yourself. And I feel like sometimes the feminine, you harbor a lot of guilt because you're like, I have to make a decision. Well, what if I don't? What if I, go on a date? Or what if I, choose a different life path? Or what if I move locations? And how is the masculine? That's not showing my devotion. But devotion isn't something that needs to be shown in the physical. Devotion is something that, as we balance our priorities with ourselves and our own path, we stay devoted by knowing what's in our heart. Here's that green energy again. Leading from our power, our connection with our divinity, knowing what's right for us. And I feel like that's that sun, solar plexus. And then letting love light the way for us. So this devotion is nothing more than just holding space for your counterpart. That space is in your heart. That's showing your devotion. You still need to move forward on your path, but you can have this space in your heart for your partner. And when the time is right, this will all merge. You'll be sitting on that deck together. You'll be sitting on that pier watching the sunset together. But it's not up to you to make that happen. It's only up to you to hear your truth, follow the truth, and keep carving out your own path from a place of harmonizing within yourself, coming into your power, and following your heart. Okay? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Again, if you want to work with me in private session, I want to just tell you, this is a 44 card. I don't know if you can see that. It's not really in focus in my camera. It's 44. So it's you're on the right path is what it's saying. Like, keep going. You're on the right path. Don't deviate your path. And it's coming together. Okay. You guys want to work with me in private, spiritualmaterialgirl.com. Sign up for the SMG summer camp. I love you guys. I hope that was helpful for you. And I'll see you for the weekly energy updates. Love to you. Mwah. Bye.